My dear third graders, hello and welcome to your reading guide of Swan Lake. This time we're studying chapter 5. But first, we will have a revision of what we had before. You remember this character? Yes, she's Odette. Odette is the wizard's evil wife, daughter, mother. What do you think? Let's see. Daughter. Excellent. Odette filled space when she saw Odile talking to the prince. What did she feel, Odette? Jealous. Excellent. The swan turned into, yes, you can see her in the picture here, a beautiful princess. Good job. The wizard's room looked like a museum. Yes. The smoke of the bottle smelled of, yes, burning wood. And Rockford had a long white space and long white, as you see in the picture, he had a long white beard and long white hair. Excellent. Now it's time for chapter 5, Odette's new voice. But let's start by the new vocabulary. Comfortable. It's a word that describes furniture or clothes that provide pleasant and relaxed feeling. Like the boy here, he's relaxed because he sits or he's sitting on a comfortable chair. Fool. A fool person is a person who behaves in a silly way without thinking. Fool. Hurt. To hurt somebody is to cause emotional pain to him or her. Hurt. Here's the picture of the chapter 5. What can you see in it? I can see 3 characters, Odette, Odile, and is that the wizard? Yes, something magical is happening. I can see 2 Odiles. What's going on? I think the wizard is changing Odette into Odile. But why? What's the reason to do that? You will know through reading. But before reading, let us have a look on the questions. What did Odette look like? How did Rockford try to make Odile hate the prince? And what did Rockford do to let Odette go to the ball again? We have 3 questions to underline their answers during reading. First, the appearance of Odette. What did she look like? The second, about Rockford, and how did he try to make Odile hate the prince? And third, about Rockford, and what did he do to let Odette go to the ball? So Rockford here tried to do 2 things. First, to make Odile hate the prince, and second, he wanted to let Odile go to the ball. How did he do the 2? Let us read and know. Are you ready to listen to the audio? Let's start.
Chapter 5. Odette's New Voice. The wizard entered Odile's room with Odette. Odette was the same age and height as Odile, but she had dark hair. However, she wasn't as beautiful as Odile, and this made her very jealous. The wizard spoke first.
Sit down, Odile. I would like to ask you something.
The wizard waved his hand, and a large and very comfortable pink chair appeared. Odile sat on it.
Odette tells me that you would like to go to the ball tonight. Is that true?
Yes.
If I let you go to this ball, will you promise to marry me?
I have told you, I will only marry a man who loves me and who I love.
But you know I love you.
If you loved me, you wouldn't keep me locked up in this castle. You wouldn't have killed my parents.
You are a fool. Would you like to marry the prince? Is that it?
He loves me more than you do.
How do you know? He left you here with me. That shows you that you're wrong. He's afraid of me. He can't love you very much if he's afraid.
He did it for me. I asked him to do it.
And did you tell him that you would go to the ball?
Yes.
Then you lied. You knew I would not let you go.
I said I would try. He knows that if I do not go, it is not because I do not want to.
And how does he know this?
You do not have to cast a spell on someone or make them rich to love you. You understand it by looking in their eyes. You know it by the way they speak and act.
You are a dreamer.
And you have no heart.
Silence!
The wizard raised both his arms in a castle shock. The curtain on the wall fell down. The wizard saw the bird in the cage.
Ah, the bird.
If you hurt that bird, you're worse than I thought.
The bird flew wildly as the wizard walked towards it. He picked up the cage.
Now, why would I hurt this bird? It is like me. It has no heart. It does not feel anything when I do this.
The wizard pointed his fingers at Odette. She changed into Odile. She had the same blonde hair, the same eyes. She was even wearing the crown. Odile stood up.
Tonight, Odette will go to the ball as you, Odile. Siegfried will marry her, and we will see what true love is. Your hearts are nothing compared to my magic.
You may look like me, Odette, but there is something missing from your eyes. The prince will know this.
He does not love you, Odile. He only loves what you look like.
I almost forgot.
The wizard waved his hand.
Odette, say something.
When Odette spoke, she sounded just like Odile.
Hello, Prince Siegfried. It's me, Odile. I love you.
Odile ran to her bed, crying. She fell on the bed and covered her face. Rockford laughed loudly. He took Odette out of the room and locked the door behind him. When Odile looked up, only the bird was with her. It, too, had a tear in its eye.
Now it's at the end of the audio and I expect that you got the answers. But first, remind me of the first question. Yes. What did Odette look like? Here. Odette was the same age and height as Odile, but she had dark hair. What about question number 2? Roquefort tried to make Odile hate the prince, but how? He told her these 2 lines. He told her, he left you here with me. That shows you that you're wrong. Talking about Odile. He's afraid of me, about the prince. He can't love you very much if he is afraid. He later thought that the Prince Siegfried is afraid of him. And she didn't believe that, of course. And what about question number 3? The wizard did something to make Odette attend the ball. What was it? He changed Odette into Odile. Excellent. The wizard pointed his fingers at Odette. She changed it into Odile. She had the same blonde hair, the same eyes. She was even wearing the crown. And the last part here, the questions about the chapter. I expect that you remember the answers. What's missing in Odette's eyes? Remember when Odile told Odette that she has a missing thing in her eyes? The prince will notice. Yes, the dark, sad look of Odile's eyes. And how did Odette look like Odile? She had the same blonde hair, eyes, and the same crown. Excellent. And here, reading complete. Odette was the same space and space as Odile. What do you think? It was in the very beginning of the chapter. The same age, excellent, and the same age and height as Odile. The wizard waved his hands and a large comfortable appeared. What appeared? Remember, something that was comfortable. Yes. Number 3. If you loved me, you wouldn't keep me. Who said this? Yes, Odile said this to the wizard about locking her up. So she said, if you loved me, you wouldn't keep me locked up in this castle. Number 4. If you heard the bird, you are better than I thought or worse than I thought. Yes, excellent. And the last one, the bird had space in its eyes. Excellent. And that's the end of our video. I hope that you found it helpful and useful. Thank you and goodbye.